You spent 2 hours negotiating the price of the car. You won, and then they smiled, shook your hand, and sent you to a back office to, quote, sign some paperwork. That office is where the dealership makes its real money. The negotiation you thought just ended? It's just beginning, and this time you don't know you're in one. It's called the F&I office, finance and insurance. At many dealerships, this room generates more profit per car than the sale of the car itself. The person behind that desk is not an administrator processing your paperwork. They're often the best trained salesperson in the building. Even the wait is part of the design. You've been at the dealership for 3 hours. You're tired, you're hungry, you've mentally already driven the car home. That's precisely when the add-on menu appears, because exhausted people say yes just to make it end. Remember that feeling when it hits. It's not an accident. Welcome to Fine Print, where we read the law so you don't have to. Today, the 5 add-ons and tactics waiting in the dealership's finance office, what each one really costs, and the exact lines that get you out clean. Trap number 1, the extended warranty, which the paperwork usually calls a vehicle service contract. This is the big one, the centerpiece of the pitch, and it comes wrapped in a scary question. What happens when the transmission goes? Here's what they don't lead with. The price is heavily marked up and completely negotiable. The same contract, one buyer pays $3,000 for, another buyer pays $1,500 for, depending entirely on how much pushback they gave in that room. And the coverage itself deserves a hard look before any price does. Many service contracts exclude exactly the things that commonly fail, where items, electronics, anything deemed pre-existing. Some require you to service the car at specific shops and keep every receipt, or claims get denied. The scary transmission story they sell you may not even be covered by the contract they're selling. And here's the part that defuses the whole pitch. You almost never have to decide today. These contracts can typically be purchased later, often any time while the factory warranty is still active, from this dealer, another dealer, or directly from a provider, frequently for far less. The today-only pressure is theater. One more thing they rarely mention. If you do buy one and regret it, most service contracts can be canceled for a prorated refund. People cancel these weeks later and recover most of the money. Your move in the room is one sentence. I don't buy products I haven't compared. Say it, then stop talking. Trap number 2, gap insurance. Unlike most things in this room, gap coverage is sometimes genuinely worth having, which is exactly what makes the markup on it so effective. Gap covers the difference between what your car is worth and what you still owe if the car is totaled. If you put little money down on a new car, you're underwater the moment you drive off the lot, and Gap can genuinely save you thousands. But here's the price game. The dealership commonly charges several hundred to over $1,000 for it, rolled into your loan where it quietly earns interest too. Your own auto insurer or credit union often sells nearly identical coverage for a fraction of that, sometimes just a few dollars a month. Your move, if you need Gap, and with a small down payment you might, get a quote from your insurer before you ever enter the dealership. Then the finance office isn't selling you protection. They're competing on price, and they usually lose. Trap number 3, and this one is invisible, the interest rate markup. When the dealer arranges your financing, the lender approves you at one rate. The dealer is often allowed to present you a higher one and keep a share of the difference. It's sometimes called dealer reserve, and it's legal in most cases. You qualified for 6%. You're offered 7.5%. You sign because how would you know? Over a 6-year loan on a $40,000 car, that invisible bump can quietly cost you a couple $1,000s. The antidote costs you one afternoon. Get pre-approved at your bank or a credit union before you shop. Walk in with a real rate in your pocket. Now the dealer has to beat it to win your financing, and suddenly that 7.5 becomes 5.9. Funny how that works. To be fair, dealer financing isn't automatically the enemy. Manufacturers sometimes run genuine promotional rates, even 0%, that no bank can touch. The point isn't to refuse dealer financing. It's to make them earn it against a real competing offer, instead of guessing at what you'll tolerate. Trap number 4, the monthly payment game, sometimes run on a worksheet salespeople call the 4 square. The moment anyone asks, what monthly payment are you looking for? The game has started. Here's the move. You say $400 a month. They make $400 happen, not by lowering the price, but by stretching the loan from 60 months to 72 or 84. The payment looks the same. The total cost just went up by thousands, and there's room hidden inside that payment to tuck in add-ons you didn't notice. Your move, Negotiate one number only, the out-the-door price. Total, with taxes and fees, in writing. Decline to discuss monthly payments until the price is locked. If they keep steering back to the payment, that tells you exactly where they've hidden the profit. Trap number 5. The add-ons that are, quote, already on the car. Nitrogen in the tires. Vernitsching. Fabric protection. Paint sealant. An appearance package. Often listed on a second sticker right next to the factory one, looking very official. Some of these cost the dealer almost nothing. Nitrogen fill, a few dollars. Vin etching, a stencil in 10 minutes, sold for $200 or $300. Fabric protection is often a can of spray. The second sticker can add hundreds or thousands in nearly pure profit. Watch the fee lines on the final paperwork too. The documentation fee ranges wildly, from under $100 in some states that cap it to $600 or $700 in states that don't. Some fees are real and required, like title and registration. Others exist because nobody asks. Ask about every line. Watching them explain each one is genuinely educational. The script you'll hear, it's already installed, we can't remove it. Sometimes true physically, rarely true as a matter of price. Almost everything on that sticker is negotiable to zero, because the alternative is you walking and the car sitting on their lot another month. Your line, I'm not paying for add-ons I didn't request. Then negotiate from there. And one bonus trap that's nastier than all of them, the yo-yo. You sign, you drive home, and a week later the dealer calls. Bad news, the financing fell through. Come back in and sign new paperwork. At a higher rate, of course. This is called spot delivery. Driving off before the financing is truly final. Your protection lives in the paperwork you already signed. Check whether your contract is final or conditional before you take the car, and if you get the call, don't just accept the new terms. In many cases, you can return the car and unwind the whole deal instead. Read what you signed, and if it smells wrong, your state attorney general's office handles exactly these complaints. So here's your playbook for that back office. Get pre-approved before you shop, and let the dealer try to beat your rate. Negotiate only the out-the-door price, never the monthly payment. Treat the warranty as a separate purchase you can compare and make later. Price gap insurance with your own insurer first. Challenge every line on the second sticker and every fee on the contract. And don't drive that car off the lot until the financing is genuinely final. Every one of those moves is worth hundreds. Together, they're worth thousands. Quick note, this is general legal and consumer information, not legal or financial advice. Dealer practices and the rules around them vary by state. For a real dispute, your state attorney general's Consumer Protection Division is free and dealerships answer to them. If this saved you money, subscribe because the fine print never stops. Next time, the free phone from your cell phone carrier and the 3-year leash attached to it. The law, explained.